Welcome back, everybody. We are here today with Sheriff Matt Gentry, and we are talking with him about being sheriff and what all kinds of duties come with being that. So we were discussing, the daily task of being sheriff.
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the issues that you're most passionate about, as far as when you were running for sheriff and the different things that you're doing now?
Sure. Some of the, like I said, my passion, number one, is drug enforcement and helping children and holding sex offenders accountable. That was a couple of things in our platform that we ran on, and I feel very passionate about that. One of the things we did when we took over with sex offenders is there was only one investigator that was handling 238 sex offenders.
Wow.
And they were allowing them to come in and report quarterly, which they're required by law to do. And they might check them once a month or once a year at their house. Since we took over, we have deputies checking them every month.
That's great.
Every month. And within the first 2 months, we found 11 that were non-compliant with the law. And we arrested 11 sex offenders in Coleman County that were non-compliant with the law. And that's important to me because, hey, we want to know where these guys are at. We want to know what they're doing. We want to know where they're at in the community to make sure there's no other victims out there.
Right.
And that we're not allowing these guys to continue to commit crimes. Our drug task force, we've made some changes in it. We've got all new personnel in it. We're going in a new direction. One of the things that we wanted to do is not only just work drug enforcement, but we want to provide education to the community and even coordinate for individuals to get rehabilitation. But we've attacked the drug trade in Coleman County. Just this week, we arrested a guy for trafficking in meth. He had about 40 grams of ice, and we put 3 people in jail on that case.
Wow.
But we're doing it every day. I mean, every day we're arresting somebody for drugs.
Yes, sir.
And that's the way you attack it. You have to attack it on all 3 levels, not only enforcement, education, and rehabilitation to be successful.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. And these guys are very passionate about their job, and they're just working nonstop.
Now,
Wow.
in terms of issues that you've faced, what has been the hardest thing to take care of in the Coleman County area so far?
Well, as far as I think for us, coming in to the organization, we took a step back and said, okay, what are we not doing? And one of the things we noticed immediately was, even though we have all of this technology, there was a lag time from when the deputies took a report to the investigators got it. I mean, I'm talking about a day or so. Well, that's
a day.
too much.
Yeah, that's too much time.
And so we started revamping the way we do things in law enforcement, because by us doing that, then we were able to respond to the victims in our community quicker.
Yes, sir.
And that's very important. We recognized that we needed a 7th investigator. So we have 7 investigators that work property crimes now, and they each cover one of our districts in our county.
Yes, sir.
That was very needed. And we told our investigators when we come in, we said, listen, you are dealing with victims. When you deal, we want you in contact with them, we want you helping them, but we want you to be relentless after going after these guys, because, every day that we don't get these guys, there's more victims in the community, and we want to stop that.
You deal with one of the toughest jobs. How do you cope with the daily stress and just the different things that you have to see?
Well, I've been doing it 16 years, so we've all kind of, or you should evolve in a way to release stress. One of the ways I do it is by being with my family, my wife and my children. We'll go do things like last night we went to a Barons game.
Oh, wow.
And so we went to the baseball game, and it's a family environment, and you don't think about work, and you spend time with your family. That's one of the ways I do it. Or me and my boys will go hunting, or we go somewhere together, or do stuff like that.
Is it hard to kind of let that stuff go at the end of the day, or are you able to leave it at the office?
No, I never leave it at the office. It always wears on me. Speaking to groups, they asked me one time, they said, do you have any addictions, or do you know what it's like to be an addict? And I thought about it for a minute, and I said, well, I do, because I'm addicted to my job. Now, my wife has to rein me in every once in a while, but I feel very passionate about it. If you're going to abuse children, we had the case here recently where those children were abused.
Yeah.
We will not stop until we get you. And that's the way I've kind of always been all my career, and that's the way the deputies were. The mindset of, if you're going to be a large-scale drug trafficker or low-scale or lower-level drug trafficker, we're not going to stop until we get you. And so it's constantly, for me, I'm always thinking of, okay, what do we need to do? How do we need to go about this? How can we help this person? And so it's so you really never stop. So
Yeah, it's something that just stays with you. So,
that's right.
yeah.
And now, continuing from that, have you had any opinions or beliefs change because of what you've seen in office? Anything that you've come in not thinking was as severe as it was, and noting how more difficult it is for people to handle that?
No, not really, because I had a pretty good base of what the sheriff's office. I mean, I worked there 12 years.
Yeah, you had a great background.
And I was in some of the leadership roles at the sheriff's office already, so I kind of had an understanding. For me, just being there, I love it. I think we have the best sheriff's office in the state.
Yes, sir.
We have the best deputies, the best investigators. These guys are dedicated to the citizens, and I'm just proud to be there. It was a very warm feeling coming in and being with those guys, and they're a great bunch of law enforcement personnel there.
Well, is there anything you'd like for the Coleman community to know about the sheriff's office or about yourself or anything in general?
Just that we are a family environment. We are a community-oriented sheriff's office. We want the deputies to be involved in the community, and our door is open to you. I mean, hey, if you want to come and talk to me, you have a problem, I want you to come and talk to me. I have an open door policy. Anybody can come and see and talk to me and be part of the community.
That's been awesome.
So, well, do you have any contact information that you can give in the off chance someone needs to?
Yes, our office number is 256-734-0342.
Yes, sir. Well, we again appreciate you coming on the show. We're always excited to have you, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you for coming.
No, I appreciate it. I enjoyed it, so thank y'all.
Well, if you'll give us just a moment, we'll be right back after these commercials.